Hey everybody, Brooklyn Prepper here. I've decided to do a video this morning showing the METer meter device, which is connected to my Tracer 2210RN maximum PowerPoint tracking solar charge controller that I got from Renogy. Because this meter I find is fairly inaccurate in the top end of a battery capacity. It is a little after 8:30 in the morning here in New York, Eastern Standard Time. It's a sunny, beautiful day, and I wanted to show a video because it shows pretty much every morning that my battery's around 66%. Even though it's fully charged at the end of the day, and I'm not putting any load on my battery bank system. Again, I have two 125 amp hour VMAX tank batteries that are brand new, and I just wanted to show the meter inaccuracy on the top end of the capacity. Once the sun comes up and hits my panels, which is usually by 9 a.m., it's hitting it pretty good. By 10 a.m., it's very good. So I figure it's around 8:35, and I wanted to make this video. You could scroll ahead, because I will basically come back every 10 minutes to check the difference. I'm going to disconnect it right now to reboot it, because I noticed that helps with this meter. Some people have talked about that. 17.9 right now hitting the panel. 13.3 volts, 0.3 amps. That just jumped because it was 0.2 amps. So the sun is definitely starting to hit the panel. Obviously, it's only 8:35 New York time. So I'm going to let it roll. There is the 67%, and I'm just going to let this run. If you hear a hum in the background, that's just my air conditioning unit kicking on. But here goes, and I will come back at the 10-minute mark. So you might want to scroll ahead on this video unless you like to watch absolutely nothing. But who knows, maybe it'll jump. But I notice all of a sudden it will jump exponentially once the sun hits the panel to 100%. So just proving that this meter on the high-end calculation of how much charge there is in the battery bank system is inaccurate. So here we go, and I will be back in approximately 7 minutes to do an update. Enjoy watching, or scroll ahead to the 10-minute mark for another update. Okay, I'm back at the 10-minute mark, and as you can see, the battery meter is holding steady at around 68%. It is currently 8:48 Eastern Standard Time in New York City. I am Brooklyn Prepper again, and just want to give you an idea on the top end inaccuracy of this, battery, meter on this meter unit. Like I said, which is for my Tracer 2210RN maximum power point tracking solar charge controller that I got from Renogy with my 100-watt panel, solar panel, controlling the two 125 amp hour VMAX tanks batteries. It just jumped to 71%. Like I said, and it goes back and forth at this point. The sun, of course, is rising. I get direct sunlight with this panel, I would say, between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Now that the sun is starting to drop in the horizon. Actually, today is the last day of summer. So the tree to the right of my panel is losing its leaves. It's a giant, big old tree, but its branches are wide. So once the leaves drop, the sun will continuously hit my panel well after 1 p.m. into 2 p.m. And so, like I said, at this point, I'm going to disconnect from the back to reboot it, because I notice it makes a difference when you do that. 13.5 is always kind of like the standard that it starts up at. So it's showing 16.8 volts, 16.7. It's showing right now that 13.3 volts, 0.4 amps. It was at 0.5 for a second there. So the sun is definitely starting to hit the panel. There you go. 0.5 amp. And we're just going to scroll through again just to give you an idea. 69% is now what it's holding at. Every morning when I get up, this meter usually says around 64 to 66%, and I haven't used any load on my batteries at all. So that's why I just wanted to make a video for other people out there that may be experiencing the same issue with this meTer meter that is part of my solar system. So it's at the 13-minute mark. I'll let it roll till 20 minutes. I'll come back and we'll see exactly where it's at. So if you hear a noise in the background, that's just my AC unit coming on. And okay, I'll see you in a few minutes.
his 13th birthday gift.
Okay, I've decided to come back a little bit earlier. It's the 26-minute mark, and as you can see, the meter has jumped exponentially. It's up to 93%. It's only 9:03 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in New York, and I'm going to scroll through so you can see the panel is getting hit now with 19.1 volts showing on the meter. It's 14.2, and the charge controller, I guess, is allowing 1.6 amps in to get the battery up to charge. So I'm just going to pop this out for a second. Let me put the light on so you can see. So you can see my charge controller. Actually, let me turn the light off so you can see. The green light is on the left. That's for the solar panel. The green light on the right is the battery. So it's not blinking fully. So clearly it's showing the correct setting on this unit. So let's go back. So now we're back on the meter unit. And it's saying 14.2, 1.5. And it's saying that the battery bank is now up to 95%. So it literally jumped 20% in like less than 10 minutes time. There you go, 98, almost 100%. The charge unit, MPPT charge controller, is not blinking yet. This is saying it's at now 97%. Oh, there you go, 100%. So, and now it just started blinking. I'm going to come down here so you can see. There it goes. Now it's blinking. So this unit is now saying that it is, I'll turn the light on so you can see. There it is. And I'll turn it off so you can see the blinking light. So there you go. It's saying it's charging. So, what do we find from this? We find from doing this video that this meter unit is not very accurate on the top end because it's only about 9:05 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in New York. My panel is getting hit with, an angle of sun. It's a south-facing panel, and the sun is barely hitting my panel. I get direct overhead sun on my panel at like 10:30 a.m. Maybe by 11 a.m. it's dead on. So this is just hitting it at 9:05 in the morning. I'll scroll through. So now the panel is getting almost 20 volts, 19.3. 14.3 is what's being generated, 1.5 amps. But literally, that's all it took to jump from what the battery meter was saying it was around 70% to 100% within 10 minutes with indirect sunlight. So that's why I feel this unit is inaccurate in that sense. So I made this video for everyone to see. We're coming up on the 30-minute mark. So I want to clip the video at that point. Once again, this is Brooklyn Prepper. Enjoy. Have a great day.